What the f was that?
So instead of a longer video about a more vague or broad topic, I thought I'd do a more focused video on a gameplay mechanic that I kinda don't like seeing in Modern Warfare, and you can tell by the title, it's sliding. I'm not really into sliding in Modern Warfare, and I kinda wanna know what you guys think about it. I wanna hear your guys' perspectives, because I guess mine isn't set in stone, because, you know, on paper, I like being able to slide in a video game. But I also have some pretty big reasons why over the years, with Call of Duty having it in just about every game since Call of Duty Ghosts, there's some pretty compelling reasons as to why I'm not a fan of it. I also like not seeing it in Modern Warfare Remastered or COD World War II, and there's also a reason I like the dive to prone in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and to an extent in COD World War II. So let's get into this. So first things first, sliding is kind of annoying on console, and the reason is because most players on console play with aim assist. Now, aim assist to some people is like a bad word. It's auto aim, it's aiming for you. Fair enough, whatever, you can think that. The thing is that in actuality, most people use it and it slows down your sensitivity a little bit when you're aiming around somebody, and it pulls a little bit, you know, towards an enemy. It doesn't, you know, obviously lock on, you know, well, some games it does, but in Call of Duty it's usually relatively subtle. If you play a lot of console shooters, you will see games that could have used a little more and could have used a whole lot less. And when it comes to Call of Duty games, I feel like they have just a pretty good amount, but the aim assist always messes up in close quarters, and that's because when someone's close to you, bumping into you, it's slowing down your sensitivity, it's trying to rotate a little bit, but they're right in your face. You don't need it to be rotating, you don't need it to be slowing down, and it can make up-close gunfights kind of hard. You talk to people, sometimes it feels like it's pulling their sights to the ground, you know, away from their head. Sometimes it feels like it's pulling, you know, around or away from them. It's weird. If you ask anybody, up-close engagements sometimes fuck with aim assist. It's kind of a known thing. My problem with the ability to slide in Call of Duty recently has just been the fact that, well, not recently, I should say over the last several CODs, people slide into you. People slide into you, so they're quickly moving, they're at, you know, waist height and not head height. This can mess with your aim assist, it makes you have to change your aim, they're moving quickly, and if they have a shotgun or a rapid fire SMG, then they can decimate you with a slide underneath your sights. If you're holding your sights on a doorway and somebody slides into the doorway, and as they're sliding, they're turning into looking at you and then they shoot you, that's frustrating because then you almost have the advanced movement problem. You know, because one of the problems with advanced movement was that you'd go to watch a doorway or a lane, but you wouldn't want to hold your sight where you expect somebody to be because they could be, you know, flying over top of it or wall running, and then you have to adjust your sight. Now, maybe Modern Warfare will be too campy if they don't add this type of sliding mechanic, but in my opinion, I want to be able to hold down a line of sight, hold down a hallway, a doorway, a choke point, a bridge, whatever it might be, and not worry about somebody sliding in at waist height, shooting me before I can look down, and then potentially messing with my aim assist. And even if I didn't have any aim assist, I still don't want to change my sight at a fast-moving, waist-high target that could potentially already be shooting me, and if they have a shotgun or a rapid-fire SMG, you get the picture. I just find that to be annoying. It's gotten annoying over the last couple of whiles, and I don't think Advanced Warfare or Call of Duty Ghosts really had a problem with that because you couldn't like change your direction mid-slide and start shooting. But it looks like you can in Modern Warfare from the gameplay we've seen, and not only do I think it looks thematically out of place, it also just feels like it's going to be inconsistent and frustrating to have somebody slide around a corner and shotgun you, and that might become the meta if the game's a little bit more bare bones, a little bit more simple. I don't want to say the meta, that sounds too drastic, but you know what I mean, it might become the thing to do when you want to get easy close range kills, is just slide around. Now we also have to remember, guys, this game has a fast time to kill. We've seen this already from the gameplay, it's Infinity Ward, and what that means for you is that you're going to be dying, you know, in like 3 milliseconds most of the time. You know, you're gonna blink and die because it's an Infinity Ward COD, And somebody sliding into a doorway with like an MP7 and they just spray and then they just murder you and you can't do anything about it. I don't want that. See, at least in Black Ops 4, I can't believe I'm saying at least in Black Ops 4, but that increased time to kill makes it so that sliding into a doorway or sliding into somebody, unless you have a shotgun, it's not the most advantageous thing. Yes, they have to readjust their sights, but there's a long enough TTK they might be able to just jump up, look down, and shoot you. But just imagine that when you played Call of Duty Ghosts back in 2013, imagine if that time to kill was paired with the ability to slide and change direction and shoot at the same time. Now, instead of a slide, I kind of want them to have a, dive to prone feature like you see in COD World War II, where if you're moving and then you slap on that crouch button, your character jumps to the ground and lies down. I would much rather them implement something like that jostles your sights around a lot too after you prone, like, it jostles your camera and everything once you get down to the ground. I'm kind of hoping for that, honestly, because maybe that would make drop shotting a little less useful. Dive to prone could be to dodge a sniper. They could also have it so that if you have proned, grenades do less damage to you. Meaning if a grenade enters a room and you run away from the grenade and dive to prone, you'll take less damage from the blast. Okay, yeah, I know I'm super getting off into La La Land, but I honestly think that would be better because I don't want people sliding into me with a goddamn shotgun. It just doesn't sound fun. It doesn't sound like something I want to have to deal with. And the reason I say that is it's not something I want to deal with. Sliding is cool, sliding feels badass, but I'm sorry, I don't like it. Especially in how fast the time to kill is, I just don't like it. The thing is, in Infinite Warfare, yeah, you could slide and change your direction and aim and shoot like you can in Black Ops 3 and in Black Ops 4, but you also have thruster packs and fast movement. So, sliding around a corner, yeah, you could screw somebody with a shotgun, and that's still something that goes on a lot in Infinite Warfare, but the advanced movement in Infinite Warfare actually kind of nerfs that strategy because people are moving around more. They might be in elevated positions. If you went to slide at somebody and you didn't kill them, then, well, they might jump over you, they might be on a wall run spot, you get what I mean. When there's so many movement options, sliding and shooting isn't the most advantageous thing. But if your game doesn't allow you to wall run or jump high or whatever, then somebody sliding around a corner is going to be this rapid dispatchment of your life that is going to feel unnecessary. I think it's going to make the game feel corny, and I don't really look forward to that. Again, picture a boots-on-ground Call of Duty with the Call of Duty Ghost style time to kill. It's very fast time to kill, boots on ground, a little bit slower movement, and then you have somebody just sliding around the corner, hitting you with a shotgun. Slide around the corner, nail with the shotgun. Slide around the corner, nail with the shotgun. Slide around the corner, nail with the shotgun. I don't want that to happen to me. I don't want that to happen to you. And let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. I've made my point. I don't think I even reiterated it. Maybe I did, but just that's my point. I don't want it. I don't think it's good for the game. Anyway, see you when I see you. Goodbye.